Alrighty then. Hey guys, Dante here. Welcome back to my channel, The Burger Salt, and welcome back to another edition of Inktober. Today is the 21st, and we are dealing with the topic of sleep. So, let's get into it then. I was really happy with yesterday's outcome. Even though I keep looking at it thinking, man, I should have really hinted to the second hand on this side, but I'm just happy with the overall, basic shading and lighting. I think it works well. Every time I do these, for the past few years, there's a handful I like, a handful I hate. There's always a few I like from the past. I think, man, if I go back all the way to the beginning, I'm trying to think which was ones like from the beginning I really liked. Basic ones like this for Shatter, bullet through the vase. Just a really detailed image of Filthy on this boot from like 2017. 2017, just the hand squeezing for Squeak. And just like 2018 was Scorched, the mad scientist who blows himself up, and etc. etc. There's a bunch of old ones here I'm just really happy with. Then this really gnarly one for Overgrown. That was 2019, I believe. So from this year so far, there's a handful that I'm like, yeah, these come out pretty good. And a few that I'm like, whatever. Right, so, sleep. Let's think. I have an idea already of what I want to do with the whole mad scientist lab 37 idea. But I'm debating if I actually want to do it. I want to be creative, but at the same time I'm just like, I just want to draw something that's whatever. This freaking page, these pages keep falling out. Pages from 2017 are just can't handle it. Get in there. Let's put some glue in there. Alright. Sleep. Father, the sleepwalker awakens. Good to have you in the chat, dude. Alright. So first we're going to have a guy obviously laying down, taking a nap. That's step one. I don't know what it is. Every time I do, or at least attempt to do, a person from a worm's eye view, the nose looks really huge. Just can never get it just right. Okay, so this guy is attached to a mysterious device as he attempts to dream. It's like the old timey like knobs and whatnot. And it's a big old boob tube. Kind of want to go with a full 1950s look with the you know, it's not an electrical device if it doesn't have like weird sci-fi rings coming off of it. with the what's it called? That freaking static globe that's always on top of stuff. Okay, so I have the basic layout. I don't know what to do on the television screen though. I have ideas. Not sure which idea I like more. I think I kind of got this concept. They were recently showing Ghostbusters on one of the movie channels. You know, 'tis the season. And there's a shot where they're scanning Louis Tully, Vince Clotho, Rick Moranis' character. And when they're scanning him, in the background, it goes real quick, but in the background you see the Hellhound like on a screen while they're scanning his brain. So it's like essentially like a CAT scan, but all they can see is the dog. So until I can think of what I'm going to put in there, let's work on the actual picture itself, the rest of the picture. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. And still keep it in focus, that's the main thing. You see, he's still in focus. Checking the video now. Yeah, good for now. We'll see where it goes. So I guess light is coming from the screen, so I guess this side of his head is all in shadow. So let's do that. Let us. So obviously under the table, it's gonna be in real heavy shadow because it's like the lowest point from where the light's coming from. I switched things up a little bit. I'm using a different copyright-free music this time. The other stuff got kind of boring. Also, Damus, I got myself my Amazon package. It was the external CD drive or CD reader. So the first thing I did was just go through, just put in, the printer stuff, and, my drawing tablet, all the stuff that was on CD that I'm sure I could have just found drivers for online, but some of it's older, so I just figured why bother. And I went ahead and uploaded my Adobe Photoshop 7, and yeah, it works. It works just fine. And even like the whole registration process, like the website still like recognizes the registration process. So so as of right now, I have that as my main art program. I'm still debating whether or not I should put in the Hush Hush bootleg version that I was given. But you didn't hear that from me, because as of right now, I am using the official version, and no one can say anything different. And just for kicks, I also tried to see if this old video game from like '99 still works. I think it ran on like Windows 7, like 16-bit or something. It did not. It was like the old Indiana Jones game, Indiana Jones and the Inferno Machine, which to this day still apparently has good ratings. But people want it so much, I did a Google search and found out that there's like a German guy who made a launch program so you can actually play it like on Windows 10. Don't think I'm gonna try and do that as of yet. Just foreign programs, but it's just funny that people are like, this game's so good, we still want to try and do it. And I forgot that when you upload the game, it does a dun 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 dun, like it does a little Indiana Jones sound effect. And when you click the options like start or like credits or artwork, it's a whip. So you hit start and it goes whoosh. It's so cheesy but so fun. I have fond memories of that game, and apparently it's on Steam. So like, if I don't want to bother trying to actually like download, third-party programs to play the CD version, apparently they put it on Steam. But I have to go double check that. They're claiming it's on Steam, but I don't know about that. I guess people just like the classics. Were you working with students today all day? Were you just doing the you just burlapping the trees all day? Because on our end we were planting said trees. Oh no, I actually did download Steam. I'm just being stingy as to what games I want at the moment. Because once again, I'm the kind of guy who like I have games that sat on my shelf for years and haven't played them. The only games I'm really looking into downloading are ones that my friends want to play together, like group games, like Left 4 Dead. I might download the Left 4 Dead ones because we're all dying to like just do something together online. You call it super hard labor. I was with Mike. It was Mike, Ing, myself, and Lamont one day. Then we switched out with Maria. Like I think they were trying to get everyone to train on the tree burlapping. It's sucky labor, but you take your time with it, man. You don't burn yourself out. Don't forget that sanctuary. Because heaven forbid you don't use sanctuary, Matt will return to us and make us dig out the trees and replant them. Oh, so here's the weird thing. My buddy, Walk Punch, like when he asked me, "Hey, is the position open?" I said, "Yeah, go check it out," and he couldn't find the position. And lo and behold, I find out today that they did the testing. So I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. They told me it was up online. Maybe by the time he checked it, they had just taken it down. I don't know. Okay, so I'll pass that on to my buddy. Yeah, I figured because I think this one was I don't want to say names, but I know this one was for. I know this was for one person who got promoted. The next one I think is for the person who just left. So I know there's a few more positions opening, so I'll let him know. Yeah, it's the I don't, it's not trickle down economics. It's just a trickle down effect. I know what you mean. Oh yeah, that's right. That's why they pay you the somewhat big bucks. So I didn't really mean to, but I gave this night, this well, I guess literal nightmarish creature a big old gap in his teeth. Why not? Makes it a bit more unique. don't want to make it all solid black, so I'm thinking these kind of like static lines of some type just going up and down the screen. Just something to kind of break it up. It's like a movie. It's a B-movie show. It's like a movie. It's a B-movie show. Oh. I'm sure there's very few people who know where that song is from. I love these freaking Tombow, Tombow. These Tombow pens. Sometimes when I'm feeling really loose, or I guess semi-loose, I'll do the sketch in pencil, and then just try to ink the entire thing just using the brush end of this, just to kind of get that like really like scratchy, like, you know, it's not meant to be detailed kind of ink drawing. And for Orc Punch, I remember once he was like, "Hey, can you draw like a wanted poster based on this character I have in mind?" And I did it with just the brush to make it look like it was, you know, purposely like hand drawn back in like the old Western times. And we did it on like a hard stock paper, and he cut it out and he gave it to he gave it to a friend of his who was it was a friend's character. I guess it's all about how you feel at the moment, you know. kind of gives me a once again kind of aiming for the 1950s vibe. It gives me a slight Fallout feel to it. That was oh, by the way, speaking of Steam, I noticed that they have Fallout 4 for like super cheap. I know Fallout 4 wasn't everyone's favorite, but it was still a good game in my opinion. At least from what I watched. I watched a lot of gameplay of it. But yeah, it was actually really cheap on Steam. I hear that a lot. I hear 3 was like amazing. In fact, I basically discovered Fallout because a friend of mine was playing 3 at his house, and I was just watching it, and I was like, "Wow, that is really cool." He was kind of explaining how the world worked. You know, he was explaining the quest path he took. I know they've been desperately trying to save. Is it 76? The multiplayer one where it came out and everyone hated it, and they've been desperately trying to add update it and fix it. Alrighty, I think we're done for today. So this is Inktober 2020. Today is the 21st. I have to double check what I said earlier. 21st, and it is sleep. Freddy's gonna get you. Alright, so there we go. As always, thank you for joining Dude, and thank you to anyone else who watches this in the future. As I always mention, check out the social medias over on the right side over here. You will see still images of all the work I've done on social media, and you will find the saved videos up on YouTube as I slowly upload them. But once again, I am Dante. And, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.